A very sad report on this seventh day after the resurrection of Christ. A note of disbelief. The disciples did not believe. They doubted. Why couldn't they believe Mary Magdalene? Is it because she was a woman? Because already in the Jewish culture, the testimony of a woman was not easily to be believed. I don't know about today. What about us today? Do we believe women easily? I should ask Bushwood whether you believe Katie quickly. Not yet. We don't know. It's a bit sad. Very sad even. And then they at least themselves they say at least the testimony of two is important. There are two other disciples of Emmaus who came and reported them the same thing. Again, Mark tells us they did not believe. They did not believe. And this is the problem. And Jesus will come himself among them to tell them, why didn't you believe the testimony of those who saw me? What we do today, we believe on the testimony of the eyewitness of Jesus, who were the apostles. Do we believe? Or do we keep on mourning, weeping about our situations, yet the Lord is alive? But contrary to those disciples in the gospel, we see that as time goes on, the disciples were strengthened after the coming of the Holy Spirit. In the book of the Acts of the Apostles today, we see that man who was healed. The man who was healed, the crippled man who was healed at the portico, the beautiful temple. He is now the problem. He is the problem to some, but he's the solution to others. He's a sign of hope, a sign of strength, a sign of faith, a sign of belief for so many who have now begun to believe in the apostles. But on the other side, he is a sign for others. They want rather to kill the apostles, and they want to shut them up. Jealousy. The Sadducees, they don't believe in the resurrection. So now they are put into a kind of, what can we do? What are we going to say? We can see that these people, these men, they really have the power that we don't. We can say there is no resurrection, yet they are saying it is in the name of that man whom we killed, and that they say he is risen. It is in his name that they preach. So together with the chief priests, the Sadducees, they wanted to silence the apostles. But the apostles, because of what they have seen, because of the Holy Spirit that is now in them, They refused. They refused any kind of complaisance. They were put to jail. They are put to jail. God will send his angel at night to go and set them free. And the angel gives them the message. And this is the same message Jesus is giving them. In the gospel, after rebuking them, he told them, go and announce the good news. Go to the world and tell the people about me. The same message the angel is giving to those he has set free from prison. The doors were locked. Everything was shut. But the disciples were locked there in the day. But the angel went at night and took them out of there. The guards were there looking. And it is morning that they realized that those who were prisoners are now free outside, preaching after the commissioning of the angel. Go to the courts of the temples and preach this message. And these guys are busy here. Okay, we would like to release you, but now you have just to stop preaching in the name of this man. Here comes the bold statement of a man of faith, Peter. It is better to please God than man. Are you a Christian? Are you a follower of Jesus? Are you a disciple? This is your stand. No matter the circumstances that you find yourself in, it is better to please God than man. That's the only way that you give testimony to Jesus, whether in darkness, whether in the light, whether in your room, whether outside, by pleasing God than man. And that's, we are set free. The reason we are set free by Christ from the cross in order to go and preach the message of the resurrection. We become truly resurrected children, children of the resurrection, when we begin to be set free from the worldly captivities, the worldly enslavement, the worldly pleasures. And once we are freed from them, and then we begin to please God and God alone, then we are truly free. No wonder he tells us that it is for freedom that you are set free. We cannot be set free by Christ, but in the name of material, in the name of pleasing somebody, in the name of not getting this position, in the name of corruption, in the name of being happy in a certain place, we compromise and displease God. And the Psalm number 4, verse 2, it says, how long are you going to put my name to shame? How long will you displease me by following false gods? It is for freedom that we are set free. I'm a disciple of Jesus. whenever I stand like the disciples before the Sanhedrin, pleasing God, even if I die, I know the crown of glory is awaiting for me. For what gain do I compromise? Yes. Be then afraid of those. Do not be afraid of those who can kill the body, but they cannot kill the soul. But I will tell you, says Jesus, the one you should be afraid of, the one who can kill the body and the soul, and even take them to Gehenna. This is the problem of life today. Our countries, our society is going wrong because people are standing to please themselves. They want to please the world. They want to go along with the world. They want to go along with the ideology of the world. They want to please their friends. They want to have many friends. Let me tell you, what will that serve a man? To gain as many friends and as many that gain a bigger popularity, to become famous, if they forfeit their soul. It's better to please God than man. And this is the message their disciples are giving us on this day. And to stand by faith and to know that as we believe, you are believing not on what we saw on our own, but what was seen by others. Mary Magdalene saw, and she reported her seeing. The two disciples of Emmaus saw, and they reported their seeing. What is the seeing? And that's where we need to understand and ask ourselves the question, what is the seeing? What did they see? That is what Paul experienced too, that seeing. That is what the other apostles finally experienced, that same seeing. Because they have now experienced that seeing, it's better for them to die than to please man. May the good Lord, who assembled us together, give us the strength, after the example of the Blessed Virgin Mary, our Mother, to always stand as children of the resurrection. My soul is longing for you, Lord. My soul is waiting. Like a watchman long for daybreak, so my soul is longing and waiting for the Lord.